good? It's your boy JusB, and man, welcome back to another episode of the JusB Show, y'all. Now, if y'all need time to tune in, I'm gonna give you a second to tune in real quick, cause you better be ready. If you ain't ready, you better get ready, cause it's about to get juicy, y'all. As you see over here to my, I don't know which way y'all looking at, this guy right here, we got Mr. Brandon Ward Sr., y'all. He's the author. Let me get my new favorite book right here.
Hey.
He's the author. He's the author of The Pain of a Man, y'all.
Hey.
This book here, man, it's a story of perseverance and becoming stronger through the pain, y'all. This book, let me just tell you, B. What I wrote today on your page, brother, I meant that from everything within me, bro. Like, I was stuck. I got done. I'm reading it right here in my studio, bro. This is my studio office, you know what I mean? And I'm reading it, and I just finished, bro. And after I finished, I just closed it. And I'm just leaning over it like this, staring at it like I was stuck. You know, I 100%, bro. I was stuck. I didn't even know what to do because from man to man, brother to brother, you know, we brothers from another mothers, y'all. If y'all didn't know,
yes, sir.
It touched me in a way that it was hard to even explain. And I just started typing. I was like, I already know you be waking up. And, you know, the day of dawn, you just up like he a night walker, y'all, or something. But he gets up so that he can get his day done and get started and get all of his personal stuff done before he wakes up his family to get the rest of his life cracking. And I respect that. But brother, if y'all haven't picked up this book yet, y'all need to go pick it up ASAP, especially if you're a man. Women, I definitely think you should pick it up so a better understanding of what us men go through.
Right.
Our thought processes, how we internalize things. It's hard for us to be vulnerable. So pick it up and read it, and you can learn a lot. And fellas, all bullshit aside, y'all need to read this book, hands down. So today, we've already went through the episode, and we was talking about what the pain of a man is. And then I did my little finagle, and I did a little special video when I got it. And then I was that excited for real. I woke up kind of stressed out that morning. And then reading it, I was like, yo.
I love that.
Yo, we got to talk about it, man. So I immediately text Brandon and was like, bros, we need to talk about this. You ready for this conversation? He was like, bro, I only want to talk with you. I mean, just to put it out there, man, he told me right now at this point, I was the only person that he was comfortable with and having this recap, y'all.
Yeah, most definitely.
So fucking let's talk about it, bro.
Yeah,
so I want to start off, bros, with I gotta know, and once you read it, it tells you what this piece of art is about on this book. But when I first got it, I was like, what the fuck? What is this? I was like, okay, it's a bird. You know, it's a bird, obviously. So it's a bird here. You know, then it's a bird here. I was like, is the bird laying an egg? You know, I was so confused, bro. So everybody else can know, what is the significance of the cover art on your book, bro?
All right, so it originated, and thank you, by the way. Let me say thank you. And man, you're a blessing, brother. So I appreciate you so much. But it was inspiration of a statue in Germany. It's by an artist by the name of Albert Georg, and what he did was he depicted the feeling of melancholy. And melancholy is that emptiness on the inside that people really don't understand. So what he was going through when he made the statue was he had lost his son. And by him losing his son, he felt like he had lost a part of him, which was, was on the inside. So as a man, when I had saw that statue and I came across it, it just resonated with me. It really did tell how I felt. And it signified, or you know what I mean. But it spoke to me, man. And it was how I felt. I felt strong on the outside. I was big and strong, but on the inside, I was hurting, man. And I was not just was I hurting, but I felt like I was deteriorating. And whether it was mentally or physically, I wasn't able to take care of myself like I normally would have. So I wasn't eating right. Depression was eating at my mind, and I just wasn't getting enough sleep. So yeah, I really was deteriorating on the inside, and it was exactly how I felt. So real quick, I reached out to Albert, and he gave me permission to use the statue, the actual picture of the statue. But what I did was I talked to my artist, and she came up with a design And that's what she came up with, and I thought it was brilliant. I loved it. So the birds on the inside, if you see, it's an egg inside of a nest, and I signify I'm that egg on. That's the new me being birthed on the inside, and those birds, that's God, that's spirit, that's pretty much spirit that took care of me while I was in the egg, and it nurtured me, and it made sure that I didn't crack, and I feel like I hatched, and when I hatched, I feel like I fulfilled everything that I was missing within.
Yo, that's deep, man. That's pretty deep, bro. Like, that's deep. So now, if you guys were just as confused as me, for the people that do have the book, or when I've been posting it so much, I absolutely love it.
Thanks.
You know, it's that's a damn, bro. That's a deep meaning, man. I have to say, man, I love who you are as a person.
Thank you,
Just
brother.
as a person in general, because that's all it was at first, because that's all I knew you as when we met at the Payback Speaking program. You were just a person. You feel me? I was just like, yo, he dope, he black, he doing his thing. Okay, it gave me the confidence to do my thing, bro. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I can do this. And you mentioned that you were going through something
Right.
during that time frame, and I had no idea.
Nope.
Just like you had no idea I was going through some shit. You feel me? And
Right.
we'll discuss that later. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna talk about all that. But
For sure.
right. But we definitely both were going through something. And ladies and gentlemen, what he just described is exactly what this book is about. Exactly, to the T. You know, you never know what a man is going through until they, one, write a book about it. Two, get vulnerable enough to talk about it amongst people. And most of the time, we're not going to talk about it with you. We're going to find the closest person that we can, or we're going to talk about it with somebody who knows nothing about us, because it's like, okay, who cares what they say?
Right.
We don't like to be judged. We don't like to feel like that. But when we're a good example of what we go through is this. Imagine, do you guys, if for people in Vegas, do you remember when Mount Charleston was just on fire?
Yeah.
And how quick them flames spread?
Yeah.
That's what happens to a man. We set ourselves on fire.
Yeah.
Little things set us on fire, and we spread like wildfire, y'all. Next thing you know, we're dead. Yeah. We're dead. It's nothing left. So when we take the time to be vulnerable with somebody, accept that shit. Let us do our thing. Real talk, man.
Yeah.
So again, man, big shout out to you, B. And you see, I'm moving in my chair. I'm nervous because
I feel the questions coming. I know you.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah, they coming. They coming for sure, man. But it's to clarify some things, and it's also to pretty much, you know, give these people out here a teaser of what it is like to really have pain as real men.
Yeah.
So my first thing to ask you, bro, and I pretty much know the answer, but let's clarify it. Let's make sure I'm right, you know. But you know, what does family mean to Brandon Ward Sr.?
It means everything tough. When I say tough, I mean it's a love that's like no other. It's so strong, and it's so sturdy, and it's so bendable, and it never breaks. And that's what family means to me, especially when you have the intention to create a strong family. Then you can only imagine how strong you are and how strong the family is. But the same thing goes for with that weak energy. If you raise a weak family, you know, everybody is affected by it. So family to me is everything, and family just doesn't mean blood. It's my actual friends. It's my companion. It's my mentors. It's everybody who means something to me. They're family, because the relationship with them is like no other. And, you know, we can withstand hard times if need be. We might need to correct each other, and it might be tough love. You know, we might need to check each other. But when it all come down to it, it's all for the betterment of each other, and you accept it. So that's what family means to me.
Real talk, man. Beautiful answer. And he's so right, guys. I mean, but honestly, with that particular question, I can't say he's right or wrong, because to each his own. Everybody has their own opinions about it. You know, family to you may be different than what it is to Brandon. Family to me may be different. It's not, but you know, it can be so many different things. So I definitely appreciate that, man. And my next question here is, you know, with family, you said, you know, it's about how you want your family to be on how you treat it, pretty much, right? So I have to ask this about marriage, man. I was married one time. You feel me? You're married now. And I know the history now. So I have to ask you, man, is marriage worth all of the sacrifices that you have to go through as a man?
I can only speak for myself, and it was a sacrifice for me. You know, it's worth the sacrifice for me. You know, my spirit is here on a whole different journey, creating a whole new path for my family. You know, I'm here to change bloodlines, and you know, although my father was in my life and out of my life, now it's my responsibility to be completely in my child's life and each and every one of them, so they don't have to experience that same pain or that same experience that I had to experience. And it's not just me, it's many of us in this world. But, you know, when it comes down to it, it really is your spiritual journey. And that's all I can reference into, because depending if you like a single, not a single, but if you like a child and you on your own, you just, you know, you by yourself, and it's different. You know, as you get older, you probably going to want family and siblings. For us, you know, I grew up with a big family, so it was destined for me to have a big family, and it's just destined for me to change the bloodline, bro. So the sacrifice is everything, and especially me being a man, I have so much responsibility that's riding on my behavior and what I get out of this life, that I need to transfer, and I need to help people level up in their life and prepare them. So, you know, that's a sacrifice, but it just depends on who you are. Some people, they're not ready for marriage. And marriage is a big, huge responsibility. It's too big if you don't really know about it. But the thing about it is, like with me and Tiffany, we learned to grow together. We got married at a very young age, so the sacrifice that we needed, I truly feel like it was a spiritual alignment that God had created, that connection with me and my soulmate.
Yeah, I dig that, man. Big shout out to Tiff and yourself, man. How old were you guys when you got married?
I was 20 and Tiffany was 19.
Ooh, bro, I was 21. I was fresh 21 too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was, man.
Matter of fact, no, I was 21. I was 21 and she was 20. Because
Oh,
I remember
see,
she couldn't drink out here.
we twins. We twins, bros. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. With being married so young, do you feel like it was? How do I say this? Was it like was the maturity there, or you guys still had a lot of growing to do? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, definitely not. It wasn't there at all. You know, we were just trying to escape from our current situations at that time. And it was crazy because it was like, as much as I needed her, she needed me around that time.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was moving so fast that we accelerated and expedited everything, and we did everything prematurely. And I truly believe that when you do things prematurely, you building them on a weak foundation. And that's what I feel like. I feel like we built our marriage on a very weak foundation, being that we were so immature, and that we were taking on responsibilities that we really didn't know how to take on at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that affects you. You know, I truly believe that people should really get to know one another for a long time, because there's a lot to get to know about one person, especially when they're getting to know themselves, and especially when they don't know themselves, right? And I just say that you should be more patient with those type of decisions that are going to affect your entire life, as careful as you can be. But you know, honestly, man, the way God works, I don't really know if we can really even control it. You know, I feel like, just like when it's our time to go, it's our time to come too. So
Yeah, man. I definitely agree with you there, man. I was definitely immature as shit. You know what I mean? Like I was I got married for the wrong reasons, bro.
hmm
For all the wrong reasons. I mean, we being vulnerable, so it is what it is. But
right, go ahead.
man, when I got married, brother, my wife was in the music industry.
Okay.
You feel me? And I was a dancer. I used to getting it right. I was getting it, and I honestly felt like, and she may be watching, but it is what it is. I honestly felt like she was gonna make it somewhere one day.
hmm
That's that immature mentality, though. So I was like, well, shit, maybe I can make it with
Right.
her. You feel me? Straight up. That's what it was. And then I learned to love her afterwards. You
Mm.
feel me? But because of the start of both of us being pretty immature in the relationship, and she was a lot older than me, not a lot older, maybe like 4 or 5 years older than me. but it was just like it we didn't have the strength that you and Tiffany had to keep on pushing forward.
And yeah, and I mean, you can't compare me and Tiffany's situation because it was rough, bro. I mean, I it just was. Me and Tiffany, when you said we got married, you said we got married for all the wrong reasons, and so did we. We got married for the wrong reasons. We really did rush it, man. Like when I say rush it, like we needed insurance for the babies. I was thinking about everything. Like, man, how am I gonna get insurance for the kids? And I got the job, and I'm gonna take care of y'all. Like I was doing everything for that reason. But at the same time, you know, I did love Tiffany, you know what I mean? And then at the time, I'm gonna be honest with you, like I had a mad sex addiction, and she fulfilled all my fantasies, bro, even as a young man. So as a young man, I was tied to that. Like I wasn't letting that go.
Right.
I just was, I wasn't letting it go.
Who would?
Yeah, you know, I just wasn't letting it go. And you know what? Maybe it did have some kind of self-sabotage in there, but it was just a decision that I went with and I lived with. And honestly, you know, the way it happened, it was divine, bro. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I mean, I totally understand with you, man. And I wanted to ask this question. This is a question for me personally. It ain't even it's about the show, but it's just a question I have for you, man. And I want to know, are there limits to what sacrifices you would make for your family?
You know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to give you no cliche answer and be like, no, it ain't no limit. I'll do whatever. But, you know, ain't no telling, bro. And I'm not willing to get that up on air. You know what I mean? Because you never know how powerful I can become one day. Right. I don't want to get let nobody on my right hand know what my left hand is doing. Right. But, yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice a lot for them, especially when it comes to myself, my time, my effort. But that's really it, bro. I mean, you know, we get put in a situation where it's life or death. I'm fighting to the death, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not about to let nobody just take me away. I'm fighting.
Yeah, got you, man. Y'all hear that, man? This is true. It's honest. It's 100. It's authentic. We being vulnerable. Two black men being vulnerable together, man.
I feel like, you know, we laid down. Our ancestors, not all of them, but some of them, they laid down, bro. And, you know, I don't feel like they fought, so we didn't have to do that no more. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm just gonna fight.
Right. Yeah. I got you, man. So just to get into the nitty gritty of things, bro. I can feel our energy right now, bro. It's dope, though. I love it, man. Yeah. But everybody, I'm not sure if it was in America, but I know everybody in Vegas, you know, pretty much has heard about your daughters. And Brazil is the oldest, right?
No, oldest girl. She's second, yeah.
She's the oldest girl. She's the oldest girl, man. And all of the things that she went through, man. And man, I have to answer. I mean, I need this answer right here. But on the day that Brazil experienced the trauma that she did, man, did you currently have faith in God?
Yeah, I always have faith, but that don't mean that I was obedient. Like I knew God was real. I always knew I couldn't pass certain limits in life, but I never paid attention to God. You know what I'm saying? Like I really didn't. Like I knew God was there, but I didn't pay attention to how God was maneuvering in my life. And also I didn't know how to put it into perspective until I started to study and meditate and watch, pay attention. Like that was when I really got into God. And I got into God, man. I got the closest connection to God when I was outside of the church because it was all inside. It was weird, bro. But yeah.
Cool, man. This is also a question I wanted to put to the listeners in the comments, if you don't mind. And we did ask you to engage. I'm just saying, no, but you guys should because you know, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of lessons learned on this particular episode of the JusB Show with my man right here, Mr. Brandon Ward Sr. In a point in your life when you experienced trauma, if you are a believer, it's not for everybody. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But when you had that piece of trauma in your life, was your faith strong or was it not? Answer below in the comments. I definitely appreciate that from you guys. Brother,
ask them again. Was your faith strong?
Oh, was your faith strong?
Yeah.
You can just show, man. You can ask them too.
I want to know. Yeah. We got some listeners and some watchers.
Yeah, y'all engaged on your watch party. Yeah, go ahead. Shoot it out. because it only shows me on my end.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead though. You go. I'm rocking, bro.
Oh, I was gonna tell you if they ask any question, if they answer, let me know. I just want to know some answers, man. So when I read, as I was reading the part about Brazil, man, first of all, let me just say, I can't say I feel what you went through, but I'm sorry you even had to go through some shit like that.
Yeah, bro.
You feel me? 100, man. I really do, bro. But I have to ask you, man, like, how do you explain that undeniable pain? That's the only way that I can think of putting it, that you felt as a father, bro, as your daughter was just unresponsive.
So you talking about before when I first started doing the CPR?
No.
Yeah, that, man, you honestly, I don't, it's kind of like I was in a numb, it was like in a space, right? Because I didn't expect for her to wake up or to start breathing immediately. I knew it was going to be some work. And then I knew that after I didn't succeed after the first 3 tries, that I needed to pray, right? It was just like, God, I need you. Like, I'm doing everything that you taught me how to do or you trained me to do. So now I need you. And it was just ironic that after I said that, I hit them 30 compressions and 2 breaths, and Brazil opens her eyes up. And that's kind of it, man. I'm thinking the dialogue is just with God, and then you just paying attention. You counting, you focus. Like when you get into that CPR, and especially in that situation, you black out, bro, and you just do you, whatever you train to do. So that's where I was at. And then when she finally had started like breathing and her heart was beating real fast, it was immediately like, God, I need you to get me through this. I need you to have her sustain through this. And then it was like, just get her to the hospital. And then I was, man, honestly, I don't even remember what happened. Like, I think whatever I put in the book, that was as much as I remember. It was like somebody rubbing on my shoulder, somebody taking me to their house.
Yeah.
But I was blacked out. I don't remember nothing. And then once we got to the hospital, that's when I was able to start putting everything into perspective.
Right. Yeah, man. Again, I apologize. I'm sorry that you even had to experience something like that. I couldn't even imagine. Bro. Like, damn. For you to still be here, being able to tell
I never thought
story.
Nothing like that had happened to me or nobody that I loved.
Yeah.
But it humbled me, man. It checked me. It checked me tough. It slowed me down. I thought I was out here maneuvering like I was just doing, I do whatever I want to do. But nah, God had other plans, and I just hate that my baby had to suffer.
Right, I feel you, man, and I can tell just because I know you, and just from the energy, brother, I can tell that it's a touchy subject for you. Yeah. You feel me? And but it's part of who you are, bro. So I'm gonna continue touching on it.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's just some questions I've been through something, but not something to that extent. Right. You know what I mean? So I just want to know. I'm pretty much asking because I'm like, damn, how do I get through it? You feel me? And other listeners may want to know, like, how do I get through this shit? You feel me?
Well, and that's what you're thinking immediate. But I'm telling you, it's like, it's crazy because it's like, it's stages. Like grief is a stage. Like it's like an acceptance stage. It's like you gotta go through this depression stage. You gotta go through this forgiveness stage. You gotta go through so much when you're grieving. And honestly, it just depends on how strong you are, how long you're going to be in that situation. Luckily for me, from the time Brazil got hit, she got better every day. Like she got bad one day, it was real bad, or it scared me. And then after that day, it was on from there. And that was one thing I wanted to make sure I said, because that the whole entire post-accident experience was covered by Tiffany in her book. So I made sure that I touched on where the pain had started from, but then I didn't really go into too much detail about that experience because I wanted people to get a full experience of what I experienced on my end, even though I was there to support my daughter, and even though I had to support my wife. And honestly, bro, what transpired was crazy.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. So, and this next question is pretty much it's on your end as far as experience, but as you were at being at the hospital with her, I know you was there all the time. You know, we talked about it in the book. That's dope. That's real support, man.
Yeah.
You wouldn't leave her side. I'm proud of you, bro.
Thanks, bro.
But like, was there ever a time that while you were at the hospital that you thought that it'd only be you and Tiffany leaving the hospital, like for good?
Nope. Nah, I had faith. I had faith, man. Me and Tiffany, we had a discussion. I remember when she was like, she's gonna be a vegetable, and I was like, don't think like that. Like I'm like, don't think like that. Like you got to think positive right now. We got to think the best that she can become. And from that point, it was like once I put that mindset into her mind, that was what the energy we fed off of. So it was like every day we was thankful. We thank God for every day. You know, every day was a gratitude type of day. Even though I felt like I was so cursed to be going through that, I still felt blessed, and that was just from her resilience and her strength.
That's beautiful, man. Yeah, man. That's whew. I don't know if I could have made it through something like that. I mean, but you never know what you can make it through until it's put right in your damn face.
Yeah,
You
you would
know.
make it.
Yeah. Once you put it in your face, then you know it's on.
Yeah,
You ain't got no choice, but if you just lay down and just be quiet about it, then that's the only way. If you just automatically give up, but I don't even think that's a person's natural nature. Like it's not natural for a person just to, especially when it's a love like your kid. You feel me? So big ups to you again, bro. That shit was insane, bro. But
yeah.
if y'all want to know more about that particular topic, what was it called? Well,
What?
Tiffany's book.
Oh, tragedy to testimony. Right
Oh
there.
yeah, right there. Tragedy to testimony. If you do
Yeah,
want
from
to know
tragedy.
any more of their emotions and her perspective of the things she went through, y'all make sure y'all go and pick up that book. Y'all know I'm always promoting, so pick up that book. We appreciate it around here in these parts.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man. This next question, I'm not gonna put all the questions on here. Some of it is just from me personally.
Okay.
But I gotta know, like, there was a part in the book with you mentioned that a lot of people was like contacting you, about the driver. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I think I seen it. Whatever. You feel me? But when do you feel like you were seeking justice, or do you feel like you were seeking revenge?
Man, I was seeking justice. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I had the Glock on me, driving around. But boy, I just don't know what would have happened. You know, I was seeking justice, and I was seeking revenge. To me, it comes in both. You know, it comes in both energies. It just depends on how your life is. If you savage, that revenge is a cold way. And we all
Right.
get that savageness in us. And I'm pretty sure that if I would have saw the guy who hit Brazil, that I would have turned into a straight savage, bro. Yeah, guaranteed. I was in pain. I was hurt at that time. I felt like God was like punishing me. Like God don't love me. That's what I felt like.
Yeah, man. You totally answered the next question, but no, that's dope.
I
That's dope.
did. Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
but I already knew, bro. Like it's the vibe we got. You feel
Yeah.
me? I'm gonna tell everybody that's listening a quick story, man. I've been through some shit. Brandon has been through some shit. Y'all have been through some shit. But when I say God places the right people in your life at the right time,
Yeah.
during the right situations, y'all be on two different journeys when you think you are.
Right.
Until they place this person in your life, then you realize, like, damn, you guided me, bro. Like, I appreciate that. I appreciate that because I go through a lot, and you've been through a lot, man, and you keep busting down these doors like, yeah, I got this shit. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I definitely feel it, man. The next question, bro. It's further in the book. You feel me? You mentioned something about in a sense of at one point, stress was happening, anxiety was happening, and the things of that sort. And you mentioned how you were posting everything on social media, like, but you said to let your family and friends know that you were okay.
Mm-hmm.
So my question for you is that were you really posting for them to know you were okay, or was it to like keep your head out of the clouds, like to keep your mind going in the right direction?
So I feel like my purpose on here on this earth is to inspire people through me, through my story, through my learnings, my teachings, my experiences. And even when I'm going through my bad times, I want people to see me strong, and I want them to see me inspiring. Like, I want them to see that even though I'm going through this, like, I'm about to inspire y'all through this, because to be honest with you, inspiring people is my medicine on how to get through everything. Like, that's how I keep it positive. That's how I no longer do what's negative to get through the hard times. I usually uplift other people to uplift myself, and it works, and it always works. So when I was posting the stuff I was posting, really I was just keeping it 100, keeping it authentic, and I was preparing for this moment because I knew eventually I was going to tell my story. And if you've been following me for a long time, you know everything that I've been through. It hasn't been all good times. I lived in big houses. You see me go to an apartment, then you see me upgrade again, then you see me fall down again. Like, it's a fall down, get up life. But now, once you learn how to break the pattern. And I wanted people to see me break the pattern, but I've always been authentic. I wanted people to see me really struggle. Now, in the times when you didn't see me, I put that I was under construction. I mean, I was in a cocoon, really working on myself and going through shit. Like, I had to get through it. Like, if I was to continue to post negatively on Facebook, because that's what my energy was, it would have had brought people down more than it would have had lift people up. And I didn't want to do that. People come to my page for inspiration, to be enlightened. And when they weren't seeing my stuff, they was wondering where I was at. They was wondering what was wrong. I wanted people to know that I was hurting, I was going through it, but I want them to know I was strong going through it, and I was getting through it. And man, I took them through all the worst moments. I just wanted to be, so I've been authentic. I want people to know that authentic. So now, years down the line, if you've been following me, you know that this is my real story. I've been grinding. I failed, got back up. You just know it. You've seen it. And I feel like I've been fortunate enough to be able to give that back to the people, because I feel like that's what my purpose is. My purpose is just that. And I'm just beginning. Like, I got so much stuff that I'm headed towards, that this is the foundation of where we headed.
Nice. That's another question I want to tell. I want the listeners to go ahead and answer for me. Do you use social media to gain confidence, or do you really use it for socializing? You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people on social media, man. You have a lot of people that just put stuff on there because they're looking for the engagement. They're looking for the hey, yeah, you fly or whatever. You know what I mean? With the encouragement to boost their ego. Or are you really on there trying to portray a message? What's your mission for social media? Let us know that. That'll be super dope, and I appreciate it. Brother, do you believe in astrology?
I do.
Yeah. What's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You heard that. You heard the Scorpio come out of that thing.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Well, what's your if you could give a brief description about Scorpios, bro? What would that description be?
I'm gonna start with the bad, right? We super revengeful, right? Super vengeful. We are, although we are big on teams, like, we really do put ourselves first in every situation, but we do it in a way that everybody can benefit from it. But one of the things that people really like to expose about Scorpios is they call us like Scorpios, right? So it's
I had
just
to come back and laugh at that one.
Yeah, bro. You hear it all the time, and it's just a sex energy. And I don't know why it is like that, but it's true. We like passion, we like intimacy, and we like connecting.
Nice. Yeah, man. I've always heard that about Scorpios, by the way. I just want to hear that from your mouth, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah. So if you guys believe in astrology, let me know. And drop your sign. The months has passed, and I want to know. And tell me a little bit about your sign, if you will. If not, it's cool. I'll look it up for myself. But that'll be definitely appreciated. So do you got your book close to you, B?
Yep.
Open that thing up for me. I want you to go to page. Let me see what page I had. And anybody that has this book, let's reference page 21.
Pull out the book.
Let's do this.
All right.
Pull out this book, man. Let me see. I want to say Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to say it's the beginning of the second paragraph. It's hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 8th line. First letter is I just. That's the first 2 words.
Yep.
So on here you said, I just made sure that she knew that I knew about them and their flirtatious past, and I was not going to be a fool. Right? You read that?
Yep.
You wrote it. So I want to know, did you make, we know what we're talking about. So did you make that decision because you were having feelings of insecurity?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why she did it. You know, she was trying to get me my boost back up, my encouragement back up. And that was what she did. So, yeah. That's exactly what it was, bro.
Got you. I know.
Yeah. She was trying to get my spirits back up. And
right.
She know my point. She know how to get there quickly.
Right.
And that was an experience that did help out.
Got you. Yeah, and I totally understand, man. And for those of y'all that don't know exactly what we're talking about, go read that book. Yeah, you see that reaction.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man, because I was scared to put that in there. I didn't think Tiffany was really gonna allow it, but I was just so blessed because she was open to the truth. Like she was just like, I'm open to the truth. Like as long as you tell the truth, then it is what it is. And she know that it's who we were and it's not who we are now. But it was good for us to be able to point that out like I did. So then she was like, oh, I never knew you looked at it like that. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly how I was looking at it.
Right. I feel you, man.
So they want to hear about that. Get the book.
Yeah, pick up that book, y'all. This is definitely worth it. All right, man, you might as well keep the book open.
Okay.
Flip that page one time. Go to page 23. Last paragraph. It is amazing how energy works. It says, it is amazing how energy works. One day, I was going through my social media and posting an update on Brazil's progress. The public loved this because after being on the news multiple times, many began to follow Brazil's story and looked forward to her progress. Many people would comment and give their inspiration. But this day, I received a notification from one of my exes. Whew. Man, I know that feeling, bro. Yeah. I know that feeling right there. But when your ex DM'd you, bro, what was your initial thought?
I was like, what? I was like, whoa, right? Because my wife I think she had DM my wife first. It was crazy. Yeah, she had DM my wife first. I don't think we had reached back out to her. And then when she had reached out to me, I had it was at a time, man, where I was vulnerable, like really vulnerable. So when she reached out, I was just like, oh, okay. I think I pushed away at first, and then I was like, all right, I wanted to hear more. Something inside me was like, what can you offer me? How can you help me through this situation?
Yeah. I feel you, man. All right, let's go right over to page 24. Bro, I studied your book, bro. I seen a lot of myself in this book, bro. So these are some of the things that I just had to bring to the table. Get the people going. It's provocative.
It ain't all, 20. Like, tell them it ain't all cookies and ice cream, man.
Yo,
it's 20. You've got to be 18 and over for this. You need to be 18 and over to read this.
Yeah, don't pick this book up if you ain't 18 and over. Don't even pick this book up if you ain't mature enough to take the real. for real. Yeah. This is it's the very last sentence of page 24, and it kind of goes into page 25. It says, when you are a married man, women open up to you and tell you shit they won't even tell their close friends.
Yeah.
It's like the power of secrets, and they trust you because you trust them, or else you wouldn't be talking to them.
Yeah.
Now, bro, I felt that. So my question for you is Is trust and being comfortable the same thing?
Nah, they can't be. Right? I can be comfortable with somebody in certain situations. I don't mean I trust them, right? Yeah, man. I can't break that down, man. Trust is, you got to really develop trust. Comfort coming, comfort could come in money, on service. They can come in like that. Comfort come in a lot of different ways, but trust only come in one package, and that take experience, and it just it take experience with people. We got to go through some stuff for me to trust you. We can. I mean, I respect you and I'm comfortable with you, but I don't mean I trust you. You know what I mean?
Right. So one of our listeners wanted to ask you this, bro. You kind of sitting down. Hold on, I got you. I'm gonna fix it. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, player. I'm not player. There you go, man.
Yeah, I ain't a player no more.
She wanted to. Tikido wants to know, due to the current circumstances of that time in your life, bro, were you happy that she reached out? The ex.
Yeah, at that time, was I happy? Yeah, I needed it. I needed it. My wife wasn't giving me the attention I needed at that time. And when she did, I just needed to hear something professional, a different perspective. And it was some encouragement. People know what to say to you at the right time. And that's all I was getting. I was just getting encouragement in the beginning. Like, I'm just checking on you. I know you helping out everybody else. I want to know who helping out you, who looking out for you. And then you get vulnerable and you start talking to the person like, oh yeah, they really got my best interest. And I truly believed it. I truly believed it.
Yeah, I feel you. I've been there, done that, bro. It's like, I'm one of them people, bro, that if you, when I'm going through some shit, you feel me? And the right person reaches out, man, it's enticing. It's like, damn, I needed that.
Yeah, at that time, I wasn't thinking it like it was a test. Now I look at things like, okay, is this a test or is this a blessing? And you be like, yeah, this is clearly a test, and I need to go ahead and choose to walk away. Even though this may be exactly what I need right now, God got something way better for me, packaged up and with a bow tie and all of that. If I can just wait and get through the situation. And at that time, I was just too immature to wait.
Right. Yeah, I feel you, brother. I feel you. So, with the post events after whatever, you know what I mean? Again, if you guys want to know the whole story, you got to pick this book up and read it. It'll be pointless. Even if we sat on here and told you the entire story, it wouldn't be official. You wouldn't really feel it until you read it. So pick that book up, y'all. They can still get it on Amazon, bro.
Yeah, still get it on Amazon. Amazon, they got plenty of copies. It's me that be running out of copies quick.
Can you keep some? I mean, dang. And I need you to come sign mine. You feel me? We're gonna have to link up or something. Let me slide it through the door, through the cracks. The COVID-19.
I got you,
well, whatever we gotta do, man. But I definitely appreciate it if you signed it for me. That's how much it means to me. It's definitely gonna be one of those books that I pick up and reference to anytime I'm going through some shit.
Yeah, or anytime somebody else going through something, man, they might just be able to, because the thought process in there is what you really got to get. Like, the story is cool, but I really want you to use the theories, like, to get the books and to get the psychology of it, changing, sitting down, getting into your mindfulness and meditating, praying. Like, that's like the real message. It's just that the stories attach the message to them so you can, you remember them. Yeah, I want you to remember everything. Like, how did Brandon get through this?
Yeah, and literally, like we was talking backstage, bro. Like, I had like 100 questions I wanted to ask him, 50 questions. I'm trying to break it down into just a few, but this is one of those conversations that need to be had, because, like I said before, like, y'all know Brandon is he like my idol, he like my mentor. You feel me? Even though we're close in age, that's still my dude right there. Like, he got some positive stuff to say all the time. I always go to his page, I am Brandon Ward, to get inspiration. His regular page I go to get inspiration. Like, that's my dude. He been through a lot. I've been through a lot. And we could resonate with each other and relate about a lot of situations. So please believe me. Yeah, for sure, bro. And
I humbly accept that, bro. I humbly do. And you don't even realize it, but you inspire me, man. More, and I tell you. So I'll be authentic when I tell you that. Because sometimes it's just confidence. You know, sometimes it's just somebody believing in you, and you be like, "Yeah, man, you touched me." I'm like, "All right, well, shit, I need to get up. I got a purpose, and if I can help create leaders, that's the main mission, is to create other people out there living in their gift, telling their story, and inspiring the kids and our generation, and then even the generation before us."
Yeah, that's real. That's real, man. So let me ask you this, brother. At the time, from the prior events that led up to, I'm gonna just touch on Tiffany a little bit, just a poquito,
Yep.
but I feel like it's necessary to portray the message that we're getting at the end of all of this. So, women, men, don't log off. Pay attention, because you're gonna learn about the hurt. You're gonna learn about the pain. Not all of it, but we're gonna tell you enough for you to attach to these lessons. So leading up with everything that was going on, brother, like, was there ever a moment where Tiffany's anxiety did not matter to you? Did you just not care?
Nah, man, because it affected me so much. Like, I had to take on so much because of her anxieties. Like, it kind of really handicapped her in so many ways, and just the connection as being my wife, and watching her, just watching her get, like, you be driving down the street, and then car pass by, and she going crazy, and even to this day she's still dealing with some of that post-traumatic stress. Um, so it's never not mattered, because I always decided that I was going to deal with it. I guess you can say the only time that it probably didn't matter to me was when we were separated, because when we were separated, it was me versus her, bro. She was like my enemy. It was like Dodgers versus the Giants. You know what I mean? It was Dodgers versus the Giants, and we ain't letting up. Like, if I gotta hit you with the ball, I'm hitting you with the ball. Like, it's crazy. I mean, we wasn't violent like that. Right. But it was just like, bro, like, that's when I didn't care. So when she went to the hospital and all that, I didn't care. Like, I didn't care. I was wicked at that time. I was like, you deserve everything that you gonna get. And man, I had to check myself, bro. Because that was when I was starting to really, I was only acting like that because I was trying to protect myself, my own ego, my feelings. And the best way for you to not get hurt is to stop caring. So I had to stop caring, bro. And I made myself stop caring.
Yeah, you literally just answered the next question. I'm just dropping on there so you can see, bro. The question was, while she was experiencing this mental trauma, did you see it as an opportunity to not focus on your wife and focus more on yourself?
You know what? And let me answer that to the T too as well, because I did. Because it was a time where she was choosing not to do much, and I was like, you know what? I've been really dedicating a lot of my time and my energy to you. And I asked her, I said, let me just do me for a little bit. When I said do me, that meant like work on me, like waking up early in the morning, eating healthy, just doing everything for myself, like not relying on her for nothing, no expectations of her, just let me do me. And that was what I really did. And it helped me grind, because I no longer was relying on this person who wasn't really trying to push forward at the time, slowing me down. I was like, I'm about to go. And when I was gone, bro, I was making so much progress so fast. And I just thank God that he gave me that type of ability to be able to do that, because my life was changing real quick.
Yeah, that's real, man. One of the questions, and we pretty much touched on this, but I'm sure that before you decided, like, let me go in grind mode and just go do me, that you were taking certain steps to assist her to get back on the right path. Would you mind telling the listeners what some of those steps were?
The steps. Repeat the question for me real quick. I was looking at this question right here. Somebody
good. Oh, let's do that question first. Go
Somebody
ahead.
said that now that you've grew through the storm of your past, do you have any regrets? Yeah, I regret that whole experience. I regret having to learn from my own mistakes. I would much rather learn from another person's mistakes than my own. And I hurt too many people in the process, right? It wasn't just me being hurt. My wife got hurt. The kids got hurt. And then the young lady I dated while we broke up, she got hurt. She had a family. The family got hurt. So it hurt a lot of people. And hell yeah, I regret it. Most definitely.
I feel you, Dad. That's
Yes.
On that one, all I can say is I feel you, bro. I feel you.
My son, bro, like my son, he suffered. Like he was getting all F's for like a good year, man. Like I was at the dean's office like every 2 weeks, every week. It was so bad, man. It was the most stressful situation ever.
Yeah, I can.
And he just gave up. It wasn't like he was done.
Damn, for real?
My man was just like, y'all not making me feel good. I'm not about to make y'all feel good. Simple as that.
Right.
And I don't blame him. You know, that's what a young person does.
I feel you, man. So, man, let me. I'm gonna bring. You got somebody moving over there?
No, I think they just dropping off packages. We waiting for some more books over here too. So
hey, that's what I'm talking about. Look, just
Porch Pirate trying to get that. Porch Pirate trying to get that package. I'm chasing him down the street.
Hey, and I'll sure be waiting like. Let's do some promos on here then, man. All right, man. So I'm gonna just get to the nitty gritty. You know, we cutthroat around here and we just tell it like it is, bro. But I gotta ask this question right here, and I'm gonna say it just like I'm is, bro. But after you cheated and feeling the resentment, bro, how did the energy in your home shift? Was it? How was that, bro?
It was wicked because I felt the immediate remorse. Like my spirit was like quick on me, like it was like I got so depressed, and it made me just think, man. It made me realize that I didn't have control of myself. Mm-hmm. And then I did exactly what my wife told me not to do with the person she told me not to do it with. So you can only imagine how bad I made her feel. Right. So when that all became exposed, man, like you know what? Because the resentment came before it got exposed. You remember that. So resentment came from I did something wrong and was like, oh heck no, I gotta change. I can't be like this. Yeah. I gotta fix myself. So that went through a lot of work, and that work was like listening to positive motivational messages, reading books, and meditating, and Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now book played a real big portion in my life, and just surrounding myself with like messages by Les Brown, Eric Thomas, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Wayne Dyer, Oprah, Maya Angelou. Like I was trying to get the positive energy everywhere I could. But when I had discovered audiobooks really changed the game, because it was like I didn't have to sit there and read the books. I can work out, I can listen to the books, and I was retaining that all that information, bro. Like, and then I'll read it a second time to make sure that I got it, I comprehended it, and then I would I just start utilizing it, and that was like the steps in my resentment. But honestly, the resentment chapter is more me figuring out that there's an energy inside of me that expects me to be better, and I need to tap into that energy and I need to become obedient to that energy. Gotcha.
With the Pain of a Man, is that on audiobook yet?
No, and I'm gonna tell you why it's not. It's only not because we're gonna do the audio like a podcast. So like I might have somebody like you, we'll be reading it, and then we'll go through it, and then what you'll do is you'll stop and then ask me questions like, hold on, so when you went through this, what exactly was you feeling? Anywhere, because wherever your mind goes is where the listener's mind is going. Yeah. And I want to be able to answer them questions during the audiobook to make it real, powerful. And I'm probably gonna act it out and all of that. So
I hope you like, yeah.
Yeah.
We can definitely make it happen. You mentioned something just a little bit ago, saying about when you and Tiffany separated, mm-hmm. and you guys lived in two different homes. Mm-hmm. You mentioned that or whatever that was, but how first of all, like, how did that make you? Even though you say you both were dating someone or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were.
How did that make you feel, bro? Did you feel empowered because you still had somebody to look? You had your own and she had her own, or was you still like?
All right, so look, normally, right? And I say this would normal, what most people would do. You would just find your rebound. Real talk. I couldn't find my rebound at that time, because when I found out that Tiffany was talking to somebody else, it was hurting me. Like, it was devastating, because I was doing all I could to change who I was. I had thought she had forgave me already, and I had thought that we were going to move forward from that time, but that wasn't how it worked out. To find out she was talking to somebody, that destroyed me, and it made me feel like I felt a betrayal, even though I had hurt her. But then I had to realize that, look, man, you hurt her, you got to deal with that. And when I did find somebody, it wasn't like a rebound type of situation. Like this pair, I truly feel like this person was sent to me on a spiritual journey, because where I was at, I needed somebody like that in order to get through what I was going through. Because I don't even know if I would have made it if it wouldn't have been for that situation occurring, because I hated myself. And then I had somebody speaking life into me every day, like telling me to eat and telling me to drink and like nurturing me like a mom would, right? And I became addicted to that. It was kind of like the August Alsina Jada Pickett thing, bro. To be honest with
Ooh, wait.
you. It really would. It really was kind of like that, because when you going through something, you get addicted to whatever relieves the pain or whatever makes you feel better. And that's what I was at. Like once she did that for me, all I can do was pay her back. And I wanted to do everything I could to pay her back because she got me through my hardest time in my life at that time.
Right. I definitely feel you, man.
And I don't know what Tiffany was going through, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, y'all gonna have to go on a show about Tiffany if y'all want to know that answer. But and you were already doing the motivational speaking, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's a question I have to ask you, because when I met you, this is the exact feeling that I was going through, man. This is why I brought these questions on the way I did. Everything has a purpose on the JusB Show, y'all.
Right.
So you said that you hated yourself, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
You pretty much hated yourself.
Yeah.
How were you able to? How did that, like? Damn, that don't even, for us to be motivational speakers, and we're speaking power and and into other people. Right. And speaking power into other people. But yet, when we go home and as soon as we get done, and while we're doing it, we hate ourselves.
Yeah.
That's kind of cliche. Like, like what? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, how was you able to deal with that, bro? Because when I met you, I told you later on, all these, a couple years later, that, bro, not even a couple years, few months, that, bro, I was in a bad spot. And I, like you said earlier, I find it uplifts me. It motivates me to motivate others. So doing this show and supporting others and uplifting y'all, you feel me? I'm still on my journey. I'm still on my journey of self-love and uplifting myself. Yep. So like how I can't even why do we do that?
So I'm gonna give somebody a shout out real quick. My boy Stretch Sanders, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, I love being black, right? Because with this skin come a shield, bro, and it come a power that that you can overcome anything. And no matter how hard my life is, I know that somebody has already sacrificed and everything for me to go through what I'm going through. And if they could sacrifice and get me to where I'm at, then I can do the same thing, bro. Like, and when I say sacrifice, I mean just whatever comes. I'm fighting. We're gonna fight no matter what. And we're gonna try to win no matter what. And that's just where the strength came from. So that's, you get that encouragement on a day-to-day basis, just knowing that you black, right? That you black and you strong enough to get through anything. And that's how I feel, bro. Not just that, I'm American too. When you American, you strong, bro. That a lot of strength come with that red, white, and blue. I'm just being honest with you. It come with some savagery, but it also come with some love. And we got the best of both worlds right now. I feel like now we just need the capital, but that's a whole nother story. But real talk, that being black makes me strong, and I know it. So when I'm going through adversity, I feel like it's because I'm black, and I'm gonna get through it. It's my job. Jackie Robinson got through it. I can get through it.
Yeah, man. That and I totally agree with you, bro. We're built for strength, bro. We're built to stand out. And then once you know that, it just flows, and nothing can stop us. Nothing can stop us. Like we don't have to dig for it. It's there. Mm-hmm. It's there, and that's real talk for real, man. Let me ask you, bro, and shout out to Pastor Fowler, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
He was actually. It's funny that I read that in your book, bro. I used to go to Victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I used to go to Victory.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Pastor Fowler. I'm gonna make sure I say that.
Yeah, most definitely. oh man, just me and your connections. We gonna sit down and talk afterwards as well. But it's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
It's crazy. But when you joined Victory Baptist Church, bro, like I wrote that wrong. But when you joined it, like how did it help the pain that you was going through? What did it do for you?
It helped me tremendously because this man, oh my goodness, this man was like divine. Like it didn't really matter what I believed in. I was attracted to this man's word, like the way he taught it and the way he gave me the attention I needed. Like he made sure that he came and talked to me. And we started off actually on a rough patch because I had needed a support from Victory at a time during an accident when I needed their support more than anything, and they weren't there. But when we had complained about their response, they were sending people every day. So I love them people. I love them people so much. I think it was Reverend Waters. I forgot. I hope I'm saying the name right, but she would come and sing in Brazil every day. Like, and then Pastor Fowler would follow up, and he would call us the next day, like, "Hey, or the evening, like, how would everything go?" And I'm like, "I'm just thankful for you sending the congregation out there to bless us." And man, Pastor Fowler has been amazing. He's spent many days on my couch just coming to talk to me, and man, he was a phone call away, and that's a busy man. So we lost a great man, but I feel like his spirit lives on because of what he did before he left here.
Yeah, man. Another rest in heaven, Pastor Fowler, sir. Man, there was a few messages that I got when I was going to Victory, bro, and it just touches you. It don't just touch you like just think. It like grabs your butt. You feel me? Like, get over here. You listening?
See, another thing he did for me through the pain, he made sure that I was like, he knew I was a speaker. He knew I was aspiring to be a speaker. He allowed me to speak in front of his congregation on many occasions. Go ahead before I even go. Let's go.
Right. So while we're talking about that,
yeah.
that congregation that you was able to speak to while you were there, bro. Why were you nervous? You were a motivational speaker. Yeah. Why were
nervous because I was telling Jesus' story, bro. And so that's my thing. Like, you'll learn more about me, right? And like when you go to a Christian church, if you notice, like everything be centered around Jesus. And with me, I'm like real big on God. Like I don't put nobody before God, right? So then it was like I had to do a message where I had to include Jesus, and at the same sense, I was so used to speaking to kids that I have finally had an opportunity to speak to adults on that level. Like that's a whole different level. Pastor Fowler is another level. And they had brought in another pastor from a different church who was powerful as well. So I was like, I got to make my message so powerful. But I was studying so much at the time that I knew what I wanted to talk about. But in the same sense, bro, as a speaker, every time I go up, I'm nervous. Like it don't get me wrong, it wears off. It's kind of like anxiety and depression. Like you can still deal with anxiety and depression. It's just like, how long do you deal with it? Well, nervousness, man, it's just like I learned how to channel that away and put all that energy into something inspiring. So if you ever see me speak, you'll always see me say something real, like loud and motivational in the beginning, because I'm just trying to get all that anxiety out. And once that's out, we rolling. Like we rolling. I done got it all out. Let's just go get that nerves up off me. And that's what it was. It was a bunch of nerves. Plus, I was in the house of God, bro.
Right.
I was dealing with all this pain and hurt, and I was up in front of a congregation trying to inspire them through my pain, telling them my testimony, and it just it felt horrible. It felt horrible. Like everybody used to seeing me with my wife. They used to see me come to the church with my wife. She got her in the stands, bro. I'm showing up to the church by myself. they like, what you doing by yourself? And when you by yourself, bro, people get a lot more friendlier.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man, I definitely feel you on that, bro. And I know what you mean by you just say something loud. For example, just prime example, I'm nervous before every show.
Yeah.
Even if I know you, boy, I could be sitting here right here next to you. You go in the other room, and then we jump on the show, and that's why I started out with, yo. What's up? It's JusB. And then once I say, welcome to the JusB Show, bro, I'm just flowing.
Yeah.
I just flow after that, bro. So I definitely understand where you're coming from with that one. This next one is something that I always used to ask people this, and I want to know your perspective on it, bro. And I'm gonna just put it out there like this, right? Is karma a bitch or a much needed lesson?
It's both. You gotta get that. You gotta get that. If you don't get that, bro, you know what? Can I even believe in God if you don't get no karma? Real talk, like, because the way I maneuver, everything I do bad, I pay for, and everything people do bad, I pay for. Like what we seeing in the world right now is karma, and I'm sure that's called karma, and we're going to deal with it, and we're going to experience it because God is real, right? So karma is so much needed. Justice is definitely needed, and I truly believe that if you do something wrong, you will pay.
Yeah,
you will definitely pay, and you will pay in the worst way. You know, how God got, you know, not something that you really don't care about. We get stuff taken from us that matters. Matters. You know, if your ego is built on money, God will quickly take away that money from you. You know, that's just how it is. You put all your faith into a person, God will quickly take that person away from you.
Yeah, 100. And I do want to add, I'm glad you said that, bro, but what is your ego built on?
My ego?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I destroyed that thing, boy. I did. I destroyed
Good answer.
It. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, the ego was as a nympho, you know, a nympho. I can be. Look, man, I don't come from no Brady Bunch type of family. You know, we got something in us that, you know, we can be if we needed to be. If we need to be savage, bro. But you know, once you learn how to put that spirit away and you learn how to walk with God, and that's what you walk with. But you know, you don't throw ego away, because if you ever need to protect yourself, you need to protect your family and your people, you know, and it's time to go to war. That's the ego. That ego need to come out. That ego has to come out. And I will never put away my warrior spirit.
You bet not. Because if you do, bro, I mean, like, I'm gonna have to find a different idol or something.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's like, I believe in, like I said, when you in family, it's tough love. So sometimes it's not even my ego, and so that's another thing, man. You know, you got to study, and you got to know how to put things in perspective. Like with me, I'm this certified, trained, to be able to identify people's personality traits, and I truly realize that some people are more dominant than others. Like they just come out and they're aggressive, and it's not nothing against you. It's just who they are and their personality, and it's our responsibility to adjust to that person. So like there's some people that are reserved. They don't want to take the front for nothing. They don't want to take the front line for nothing. So just knowing how to deal with people. That's how I pretty much got control of my ego, is I know how to deal with certain situations. But if I ever need to bring the ego out to be a savage because I need to protect my people, then it's there. You know what I mean? That is guaranteed there.
Cool, man. You mentioned a lot, and I've spoke about this a lot in a couple of my other interviews, bro. But well, let me say this before we keep going, y'all. You know, I'll be promoting the mess out of people's books. But if you guys are just jumping on, or if you haven't seen our other interview, The Pain of a Man, make sure y'all go buy this book. Yeah, make sure y'all go buy this book. This guy, what is that? This guy over here, my man Brandon Ward, man. He's a great man. He's been through a lot.
Thank you, sir.
He learned from a lot of people. Make sure you guys go and purchase this book. You can go to a place for, that's how we do it, y'all. Yeah. A place for your vision. Or you can find it on Amazon. And I'm sure it's going to be a lot more places, bro. People share your posts and videos from my page like crazy. Hey. Like crazy, bro. I wanted to give you a big shout out with that. And just let you know that our last video, we're at like almost 2,700 views, bro.
Okay.
And I get messages all the time about it. I feel like I only should, show you the relevant ones, the ones that I know you, so I know. Like you'll be like, damn, I needed that. But once it get to a point where it's stuck, which I don't ever think it will be, because I'll always share it, because I truly believe in you as a friend, as a man, as a brother, as an author, as a motivational speaker, bro. You're the real deal. Holyfield, you feel me?
Thank you, bro.
Real talk, bro. But what does meditation do for you? I thought I was meditating before, and then when you talked about it in the book, I was like, Shit. Maybe I haven't meditated. But explain to us a little bit on what exactly does meditation do for you?
So meditation, first of all, it centers me. It really does center me. So when I wake up in the morning, instead of me being completely rushed with the world's thoughts and energy and news, when I go into meditation, my mind and my spirit is connecting with God. So immediately, not only am I thinking about just myself and my relationship with God, but like, what do you have for me today? Who do you have for me to inspire today? And then I'm able to I'm actually able to check my temperature, right? So if I got an attitude and I'm in meditation, if I'm thinking about negative things, then I know I need to check myself and I need to switch. I need to shift my attitude. If I'm real inspirational and I got some motivation, I know that's the time for me to really put out some videos, put out some messages, connect with some people, because my energy is real good. So it really does help me test my energy and let me know how I need to maneuver throughout the day. Sometimes I might be in a bad mood and I need to be cautious. And I need to tell myself and remind myself that you need to be cautious at this point in time, because you a loose cannon. And at any point in any time right now, if somebody push your buttons, you can just go off. And I don't want to go off on people, because that's part of me having mindfulness, is being able to control my actions, being able to control, my destiny just by what I do. Hey
Yeah,
there.
man. If you laid off like, oh, get your books. You getting your books?
Nah, she give me some water.
yeah,
Mrs. Ward over there.
yeah,
She see me
yeah.
sweating.
I need me a Mrs. Somebody. I do got one though, but I need somebody to bring us water.
Yeah, marriage is a blessing, bro. It's just you gotta be on the right track. Y'all gotta be aiming for the same thing. When it comes to a family, if the family is number one, then you put family number one. If it's the focus gonna be on the kids and schooling, then we focus on kids and school. If it's about business, education, you gotta have a mission. You gotta have a goal, because we are here to achieve things together.
Right. And to touch on the meditation, and this is probably, if you guys, if you're listening and you meditate, let us know. Let us know what steps you take to start your meditation, how long you meditate for. I want to know. I really want to. I need that. I need those answers. Brandon, if you got a book or something they could read, as far as meditating, that'll be pretty dope, bro.
Hey, real quick. So there's a book for everything. I'm big on studying. So this is the beginning right here. They said something. This is just practice meditation, the Buddhist principles, right? I went with that. And then I went to the point where it was like meditation for dummies. Books from Chinese people that teach their philosophy behind meditation. So the way I came up with my version of meditation was taking all these versions of meditation and finding what worked best for me. And you'll hear some people, they tell you like they'll observe their thoughts as they come into their mind, and then the way that they let their thoughts go is they allow their thought to be like a fish going down a river, and a river only goes one way. So once that fish goes by, you wait for the next fish to come, and you do the same thing with your thoughts. You can wait and anticipate a thought that comes, and then you could decide whether that thought is either relevant or irrelevant to your whatever you on path to go to achieve.
Awesome, man. Let when we get off, man, let me know where I can pick that book up.
You pick it up from my house, bro.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna come over there and get my stuff signed.
Yeah, you ain't gotta buy that book. You can pick this book right here. I'll let you get this one. I mean, like I said, this was just a way for me to learn it. Now that I've learned it, bro, it's a gift.
Right. And you meditate every day?
Every day.
Every day. Once or
huh?
Once a day or more than
just once, but if I feel like something happened in the morning, like I don't got no problem pulling over and going to a park, sitting under a tree and just sitting there.
Tiffany, Mrs. Ward, y'all, she just tapped in. She tapped in. Oh, no, she said, I like guided meditation. What exactly is guided meditation?
So guided meditation is, so you go on YouTube and you can pull up guided meditation, and what the person is, they're telling you to take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, cueing you. And then, they sometimes they have like analogies like hold your hands like this and imagine that you holding a string of a balloon. So while you're sitting in meditation, you never subconsciously you really will start believing that you're holding a balloon, and then they can take you like through a forest, to like a little garden, and when you get to the other side of that garden, they say, all right, now you got a vision of an open world, and where do you want to go, what do you want to see? So it just gets you, telling you what to think and what not to think. But honestly, like, if you pay attention to your thoughts, your mind gonna do that no matter what.
Right. So, and I brought that up because I'm trying to compare the two, but what's the difference between like meditating and praying?
Meditating, I'm just listening. I'm focused. Praying, I'm telling God, I need you. God, thank you. You know, you're giving a lot of grace, it's a lot of worship when you're praying. But when you meditate, there really is no prayer. Like, you pray before you go into meditation, and then you just, honestly, it just depends on what your philosophy is. Me, I feel like I'm waiting for a message from God, right? Some people be like, well, boy, you just making for a thought in your mind. But nah, bro, sometimes it be a message from God, because sometimes I come up with some creative ideas that Brandon Ward, just being a human being, ain't no way I could have thought of something like that. And that's God. God gave me that passion and that energy behind it. And you feel it in meditation. You truly feel it.
Right. And then my next question, one of the listeners wanted me to, or not a current listener, but let me drop. Tiffany said, it helps me when I can't clear my mind. Yo, hold on, let me bring me back on here, y'all. That is exactly why oh, shit. That is exactly why I need to figure out meditation. And I'm sure a lot of people that's listening, we go through that, bro. I cannot clear. I'm always thinking nonstop. Let me just give an example on when I was reading your book, bro. I could read a book in a day. Remember, I was telling you I was reading everybody book at once. Everybody. I put a couple of the other ones down so that I can finish this because it caught me and I was just like, I was zoned in on it. But everything around me was loud, bro. It was people in my home was they were just living regular life, but I started to hear everything, bro. Yep. Like, normally when I'm in here in my studio, I'm zoned out. I don't care what nobody else doing. And there's no music playing. My headphones aren't on, anything. But I started hearing every single car that drove by, every airplane that flew by, bro. I heard the TV from upstairs, downstairs, the kids on their game. It made me feel like something was trying to take my attention away from reading this book, because this book was gonna give me the lesson that I needed to hear. You feel me? And I literally had to zone out. So as I was reading about meditation in your book, if you guys want to know the gist of meditation, pick this book up. It'll help. And I felt like I was doing it unintentionally as I started to read your book, because I was just, bro, it got me to a point where I was plugging my ears so that I can hear nothing else. Yeah. And then I prayed, like, please just give me the silence that I need in my mind, for my mind to just stop racing so that I can finish this book. Right. And then next thing I know, it was silence, bro. 100% it was silence, and I was zoned in, and that's what gave me the opportunity to finish the book, bro. Thank you, Jesus, because I needed it. It came in perfect timing on something that I was dealing with in my own life.
So when I talk to kids, I always ask them, right? I got this story where I talk to the kids and I'm like I was always smart, but I was like, when I was younger, I never read an entire book. Like, it just wasn't in me to do it. And the reason why is because as I was read the words on the paper, I wouldn't comprehend the words on the paper. So I tell the kids, I'm like, how many of you guys experienced that, bro? The whole class hand go up, right? It may be 2 or 3 people who focus and dialed in, but it's a lot of kids in class that's going through so many problems outside of home. They hungry, they ain't got the money, their parents going through something. And meditation, bro, it really does take mindfulness, and even for a child to be able to be effective in the classroom, because meditation helps you to focus and not just focus on whatever. It helps you to align your focus. Like, okay, this thought is not going to serve me, so let me allow this thought to go away. And it's crazy because it just dissolves, right? It just dissolves. So when you're reading a book and you got your mind and you're reading the words on the paper and you can't comprehend anything, you're thinking about everything going on around you, you must stop, center yourself. It's going to take you about 5 to 10 minutes. Pray, meditate, jump back in there, then your mind is right back focused.
Right. Cool, man. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward. And I love that entire culture where meditation stems from. You feel me? I really respect it.
Where you think it come from?
Is it Buddhism?
You think it come from Buddhism? Yeah.
Is it not? Yeah.
So that they did adapt it, but it was first originated in Africa, in Egypt.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The Egyptians, they practice yoga.
Oh yeah.
So that was their form of health. And then they spread it, as they went and they traveled, they took those practices other places.
It's a part of yoga.
Yeah, all that's Egyptian. Oh, so if you ever look up like Egyptian yoga, you'd be like, man, they've been doing this. You find some videos from way back in the days, bro. Like,
because I study yoga. I study yoga at one Bikram yoga. It's like hot yoga. You be in a hot steaming room. I was in there dying, bro. I swear I lost like 10 pounds that day. I'm the only dude in there, right? I wasn't even that. I mean, I'm thicker than I am. I'm thicker now than I was then, bro. And I'm still small. You know what I mean? And I was in that room and I'm just in there like, I'm in there dying, sweating, and we doing yoga, the downward dog and the pigeon or all of those different things, bro. And it was a trip. But when I came out, I felt so refreshed.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was a whole hour. I thought I was gonna die in there, dog. For real. It was so refreshing.
It's all that stress, bro. We carry stress. I think I saw a post on Facebook that if I read a book or what it was, they said your body keeps score, right? Your body keeps score. So you got to treat your body right. And stretching, there's nothing better than stretching, because just think about how much relief you pull off of your joints and your muscles.
Yeah.
And then not just that, when you stressing, you feel it in your mind. It affects your thought process as well. So when you got that yoga and you got that flexibility, your mind just takes you into another zone where you can be more flexible, because you're not experiencing all that pain and discomfort.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Now I know. Now I know. But yeah, so I mentioned Buddhism and things like in that sort. I had no idea it came from the Egyptians and things like that. Then again, I guess that makes sense with some of the poses and stuff that you would see in the different books, that now it it makes sense. You feel me? I studied martial arts a lot.
Okay.
And Buddhism and those things, those religions and those philosophies came into play when it came to martial arts.
Yeah, even in martial arts, they say you can't be a master unless you got African blood in you. Even martial arts was created by Africans.
Boy, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, bro.
You got me excited about that.
If you watch Hidden Colors, we should watch it together, do a documentary and show it to the kids.
That'd be dope.
If you watch Hidden Colors, they talk about it.
Hidden Color. Oh, I think I've seen that before. But you know what? I probably didn't understand it then.
Yeah.
But I bet I'll have a lot more understanding now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely, bro. So you always talk about your man Les Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that smile. Look at that,
bro. Yeah.
Look at that smile. So my question as far as that is, I mean, you mentioned him a lot in the book.
Yeah.
A lot, almost in every chapter. But why do you think the way that he delivers wisdom and motivation resonates with you so much? Because there's motivational speakers everywhere, bro. But why Les Brown?
It was a spirit of resilience. Like, Les Brown made it, man, at a time where it was tough for our people to make it. And for him to make it on some positivity with no college education, with just his passion and his story, like his personal story, and for him to sell himself like he did, and for him to have all of those opportunities to be created, through corporate, but then he went through the kids first. Like, he went through the schools first, then he went through the radio, then he was talking to the prisons. Like, to me, that's real leadership. That's what it is. Like, he embodied a person who went through a hard time and hard experiences, and he overcame all the odds. And his story was like, it was a connection from spirit. Like, that's all I can say. It's like a connection from spirit. Like, certain people's voices resonate with you. They can talk and you can remember every word that they say. He's one of those people. Like, I want to hear all the fillers. I want to hear all the stories. I want to hear the story again. I want to hear the lesson. It was something about his voice that just really spoke to me. And the way that he made me feel, it made me want to give people that feeling. So he is my inspiration behind becoming a motivational speaker because of what he did for me in my life at a time where I didn't believe in myself, where I gave up on myself, where I had nobody to uplift me. This man's message and this man's books and his past speeches, they lived on. And it was like he was sitting in front of me, mentoring me, talking to me, telling me that I can do it, telling me you got to be hungry. Like that, man, that shit woke me up, bro. And I will always respect Les Brown for the man he is just because of what he got me through just by his words.
Right. Yeah. Let me tell you, man, I've listened to Les Brown a few times. I can't quote exactly which video it was that I listened to on YouTube, but while I was in the middle of as soon as you mentioned him the first time and while I was reading your book, bro, I was like, let me look up something. And I typed his name in. I'm gonna see if it comes up right now while we on this live, bro.
That's right.
It helped me finish reading your book. The couple of chapters that I was trying to do a couple of chapters a day. So I was dead tired, bro. Like I don't know why I always start to read when I'm worn out. I'm tired. I almost feel like that's my opportunity because I be so busy throughout the day. So I guess I feel like that's my opportunity to sit down and try to focus on something else besides what I have going on. Yep. But it's almost like I want to say it destroys the moment because I'm so tired, so it's hard for me to read it. The first 2 chapters that I read of your book, bro, as I'm reading it now, I wear glasses. I don't need these besides to read. Other than that, I gotta kind of squint through. I can't see the stuff, you know what I mean? So I have my glasses on with all my lights on in my room, and I'm reading it, bro, and my vision just starts to blur.
Oh,
and I'm like, what is really going on? What is really going on? But let me tell you, the power of God, the power of inspirational people. I was determined to finish that second chapter, even though I couldn't see, bro. I'm reading it like this. I'm like from a whole bunch of angles, but I was determined to read it for sure. Let me try to get to this library real quick. It was, I promise you, I looked it up and it blew my mind. Let me find it. Come on, I'm gonna just type it in. It'll probably come right up. Look, it's saved in my search. The most eye-opening 10 minutes of your life. Les Brown. Have you probably heard them all.
I heard them all, bro. I got all the audio books. I done bought all the speeches. I'm a real fan.
Like, yeah, it's on the platform. I'm not sure if this one is his, but it's Motivation Madness.
Okay.
So I listened to it, bro, and whatever he said, probably when I said I was tired. Whatever he said, it made me stay up, and my vision just cleared up. Wow. I start thinking differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A different kind of energy was put in my body, and that tiredness went away.
Yeah.
And then I start thinking differently, and something that I was dealing with. That's why I'm really trying to relay it to the audience that whatever I'm dealing with for the last couple of days, your book came right on time. When I decided to really read it, it came right on time. So a blessing to you, a blessing to Les. You know, Mr. Brown, a blessing from God, bro. Yeah, it really gave me the strength and the energy and any word that goes with that. It helped me get through it to finish reading it, and that's where it started.
Right.
And then that's when I became a real believer in Les. You feel me? I was like, hold up, you know. So now every morning I try to wake up and at least listen to one of his speeches, bro. Because so I feel you. Yep. It's powerful, bro. And I feel like you have what it takes to really get out there and have that kind of power to put into people.
Yeah, that's what I want, bro.
Inspiration to deliver. Yeah, and you got it. You got it, man. You got it. Just keep pushing forward, bro. And you definitely got it. I wanted to ask you. Let me find out. It's in the back of the book, bro. And again, the way you put your book is super dope. I loved it. Let me find this part. You made a list of lessons. There are a few lessons I hope you take from this book. Now, these are the lessons that you hope everyone else would take from the book. It's 20 lessons. You feel me? 20 lessons, y'all. If y'all want to know them, you got to go read it. You definitely got to go read it. It's at the end. They won't even make sense on why he chose these lessons until you read this book. So don't skip through it. Don't be like, I'm gonna get to the juicy part of what they was talking about on the show. We're delivering it this way to make sure that you want to read it. You do want to read it. Believe that. That's hands down. But it's 20 lessons that's in this book that he wants you to take from it. But my question for you, bro, is what lessons did you get from this book? What lessons did you learn?
All right. So first off, spiritually, I have a problem with finishing, right? Like I can accomplish certain things, but I usually don't finish. And to be able to finish this book, it lifted a big weight off of my consciousness, because this was a goal of mine for many years. And for your mind to be in a certain mindset in order for you to be able to write, just like you were saying, we was talking about focusing, because even it's just like reading. The same thing goes for writing. You can't write if you can't focus. So to be able to find focus and to be able to tell my story, it was amazing, because it was like I'm going to be able to help people through what I went through. Like I didn't need to study it, because when I did study it, I just went and listened to the people who was already a doctor and they studied it, and that was what they did. I didn't need to take the 4 or 6 years to learn about psychology, depression, and all of that, because when you go through your own depression, you gotta get through it. And this was like a journaling experience as well, because I had all that stuff just locked up inside of me. Like nobody knew how I felt. Like people would just think you mad for no reason, not realizing that I'm mad because of this secret that I can't tell you. Like August Alsina was saying in his interview, he was just like, man, like your neck, your knee is on my neck. Like you trying to hide so much, and there's so much weight on the inside that you just gotta let it out. And when you let it out, bro, it's the most healing feeling in the world. This book, although it was for the world, I really wanted my wife to be able to read this book, because I wanted her to know my thoughts. I wanted her to know how I felt. I wanted her to know what I experienced. And I wanted her to know, because I had held back saying so much because I cared about her. I cared about her feelings. And but in the end, I really needed you to know what I went through. And I really wanted her to know that no matter what we went through, like, I love you. Like, I know I made some mistakes and I changed, but I love you. And I just need you to really, like, hear my perspective and all the things that I went through and all the sacrifices that I made. And even when you thought I was hating you, I was loving you. You know what I'm saying? It was just like I had to protect myself, though, because by loving you was hurting. And that's what I got out of it, bro. I was able to tell my story and get all that up off me, and then also accomplish something, and then also create a legacy, and also to be able to help people. And I believe that it's going to open up a lot more things. Like we created this relationship between you and I, and this book, although we met each other before this book is like a platform. It's something for us to grow from. So it's gonna keep on providing blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It most definitely is, man. Real talk, man. I said that when I do got one more good question for you, but we're gonna get to that one, bro. But when I told you that, and I purposely, I didn't purposely drop a tear, but like I told you, when I was done, I was staring at it, and then I looked at it and I wiped. I was like, "What the hell? Why it's wet? Why it's wet?" And then I realized that I had dropped a couple of tears, and it was only two, bro. I think one was for understanding, and the other was for relief. You feel me? Real talk.
That's the goal. The goal was for you to understand your thoughts, bro. I promise you. But I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you good, man. But yeah, one was for understanding, one was for relief. That's how I looked at it, because that's the exact feeling that I had after I closed it.
Yeah.
You feel me? When I think about it now, I get all worked up because I'm like, damn, it did something for me, bro. Like this is not meant to take lightly. Once you read it, you can't even take it lightly. If you guys truly want to know what it's really like, for not just a married man, but just not even just for a black man, just for a man in general, to go
Yeah.
through some shit.
Yes.
And I mean ups and downs and ups and downs and ins and outs, bro. Like, it's crazy. And then the ending, bro, was like heartfelt for me.
Yeah.
You feel me? It was definitely heartfelt for myself, man. And what I wanted to ask you without doing the spoiler, you feel me, is how let me find this question because I gotta put this one on the screen, bro. But give me 2 seconds, brother.
You good?
How important is it to have a boy's father in his life, bro? Like, how important is that?
I think it's extremely important when the male figure is able to handle his responsibility. To have the wrong man in your life trying to lead you can do a lot of damage to a young man. So the reason why it's important is because it sets generations to be successful. Your father was there for you, you there for your father, and that boy gonna be there for his son, and that boy gonna his daddy gonna be there for him. So you just start a big line of just a success generationally. What it does for the young man as an individual when he has a good role model or a good father is it teaches him how to be a man. It teaches him how to maneuver. It teaches him how to act, how to walk, how to talk. How to shake a hand, how to approach situations. How to deal with self-sabotaging thoughts, how to deal with hateful thoughts, how to deal with your anger. How to deal with all of that. Things that young men need to know. You're a young man, you wondering, why am I getting excited? Why am I getting, why my pants feeling weird? Your daddy gonna explain that to you. And he gonna explain it to you like the way you're supposed to. Like my son, he walk in the bathroom and I make him. He stand there, he watch me. He gonna learn, he gonna know how to pee because he see me knowing how to pee. I stood up and I taught him. His mama, I don't know how she gonna teach him how to do that. She can't teach a man how to stand up and pee. It's impossible. When she's showing the video, she can teach him how to sit down and pee though.
Right.
Right. And I'm gonna use that example. I'm gonna use that example as the one that you can just take it or leave it. Right.
Yeah.
Seriously, you gotta have your dad in your life because you gotta learn how to be a man. And even as a man, right now, I need my daddy in my life. I went back to being a kid. I said, daddy. I need my daddy in my life, bro, because if I'm going through a hard time, a tough situation, and I call on this man and this man gonna be there, or he not gonna be there. After we went through what we went through, he wasn't there. But now that we went through that and I told him how it made me feel and how I was affected by that, now he gonna answer the phone every time I call him because he know that I if I need him, he owe it to me to be there.
Yeah.
Right. And if my son ever need me, I owe it to him to be there.
Yeah,
so that's just what I feel, bro. So I think it's very important for you to have a father in your life, and if not a father, have a father figure. Yeah, right? Like your mother can be strong as much as she won't, but even seeing a woman being too strong, that can damage you in the future.
Yeah, I definitely agree, bro. And with that being said, man, after you and your son went through that transition, brother, that experience that you guys dealt with, brother, much respect to you. Thanks. Much respect to you, 100%. If y'all want to know, you got to read the book.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You got to read the book, The Pain of a Man, y'all. The Pain of a Man. We pretty much coming to the ending, bro. But I wanted to jump on here and I was gonna do a live about this, but the most important thing that I got out of this book was courage. You feel me? That was the absolutely most important thing, bro. Everybody keep telling me I should write a book. I'm kind of teary-eyed right now because it's tough.
It is.
For me, real talk. You feel me? My story is all the pain in my life, bro, I created. And I need to tell why. I need to tell how. the outcomes, how I dealt with it, and things like that, bro. So I just want to say thank you from you. I think it's about that time to write that book for me, brother.
Yeah, it's time, bro. And I'll help you. I'll coach you through it, bro. If you need me to, I'll help you get through that. That's thought process, man.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to announce that I was gonna go ahead and write that book.
Yay.
But I want you to have every part in it.
Congratulations.
I want you to help me through it, bro. Thank you.
Congratulations. I got you.
Yeah, because that it opened up a whole new realm for me. Like I dropped it, I was like, okay, maybe I'm feeling brave enough to do it, bro. And I'm still scared as shit. Yeah. I'm still scared as shit, but I know with the mentor like you, I'll be all right, and I'll get through it, and we'll get it going. And I think it can relate a lot with yours, bro. for sure, bro. So again, man, thanks for coming on the show, bro. You so dope, man. You got a dope soul. I love our energy, brother. If there's any last acknowledgments or shout outs you want to give to anybody, you already know. Just like the last show, I give you 30 minutes not 30 minutes. I give you 60 seconds, bro, and do your thing, brother.
All right. Well, shout out to you, man. Thank you for using your platform to uplift and empower us. You know, we need this more than people know. And I look forward to growing with you as well. Big thank you to my wife. Big thank you to my children. And big thank you to God, man. You know, I couldn't be this strong, and I couldn't have got through all I went through without having a spiritual mindset that made me stronger and to get me through this. So I just appreciate it. And then another thing is I just appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody who plans to buy the book. I appreciate everybody who's going to experience this experience, to learn from this experience, to be able to grow through this experience, to share this experience with other people. I promise you it's empowering. This is just one or two books that I got coming out. I got another book called The Manifesting Playbook. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to get you through your pain. This fly is bugging me. I want to get you through your pain, and then I want to get you through your success. And sometimes it's our pain that's stopping us from getting us through our success. And I'm a business coach. You see, an action coach, and I'm gonna help you. I'll coach you through it. So just, shout out to everybody who coming along, man, for this journey. We don't have jobs to go back to. I'm over a minute.
Much love, you, man. Yeah, for sure. Ain't no real limits, but you gotta keep some structure.
I want to respect your show, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100, man. But again, y'all, let me go solo real quick. But again, y'all, this man is dope. You feel me? I don't even, and I spoke to him first when we was I believe we was at Roy Martin.
Yep.
And I spoke to Brandon first, but when I got in there, I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was in a mood. I was feeling some type of way. I was going through some things, and I just reached out, and I was just like, "Hey, what's up, brother?" Woo, woo, woo. I just made small talking, da 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 da. I couldn't tell he was going through something though at all. He couldn't tell I was going through something, and the connection that we made it turned out to be a beautiful thing. So definitely be looking for more to come with JusB and my team, the JusB Show, and Brandon and his team, and I am Brandon Ward and Dream Safe Project. I'm about all of that. Anything he got going on, I'm there to support, and I hope that you guys are there to support as well. One more time, y'all. Make sure that you go and purchase The Pain of a Man by Brandon Ward Sr. He dope. He over here swatting flies and
swatting flies, bro. I can't.
He's swatting flies behind stage and stuff, y'all. This is my boy again. We thank y'all so much. And I just wanted to put this last visual on the screen, y'all. Just look at this, y'all. It's The Pain of a Man. He has this beautiful family. His legacy, his motivational speaking. This is him. He is this, y'all. We appreciate y'all. And remember, smile, laugh, and definitely motivate. Inspire one to inspire all, y'all. And always, and remember, 100%, y'all, focus on being better than yesterday. I love y'all, and we out.